So anybody feeling any stress tonight? Um, so if y'all have seen, it's a razor-thin margin we've seen out there so far. I just want to let you know that many of the counties have completed all of their duties, and I'll give you a quick list of those. When I say completed, that means they have done their election day reporting, the reporting of the early voting, the absentee in person, and all of their absentee by mail, which means they took all the stuff that came in today as well. So I've got a chunk of those counties. I'm going to give you the list of those real quickly, and by that I mean really quickly. So, completed all of their reporting so far: Bacon, Baker, Ben Hill, Berrien, Bleckley, Brantley, Butts, Calhoun, Candler, Carroll, Chattahoochee, Clay, Cook, Crisp, Dawson, Decatur, Dooley, Eccles, Elbert, Emmanuel, Evans, Franklin, Glasscock, Grady, Green, Gwinnett, not Gwinnett, Habersham, that's right, the check mark went over the edge, Harris, Hurd, Jasper, Jenkins, Johnson, Jones, Lamar, Lanier, Lawrence, Long, Lowndes, Macon, Marion, McDuffie, Miller, Mitchell, Monroe, Oconee, Oglethorpe, Pierce, Pulaski, Putnam, Rabun, Rockdale, Schley, Screven, Seminole, Tift, Toombs, Towns, Turner, Union, Upson, Warren, Wayne, Webster, Wilcox, and Wilkes. Those are the counties that have completed all of their work so far. We have lots of votes that are still out there. We're approaching 3 million that have been reported, and we do not know full turnout today because we do not have all of the election day ballots recorded so far. So with that, I will take your questions.
How many is that? 60 odd counties?
I cannot do the math in my head, but that looks about right from looking at the sheet.
And they've completed counting?
They've completed everything.
Okay.
That is all their stuff is in, all their absentee by mail, and it was the last bit of it. So they are completed, they are done. They're sending in what we call the 5-column report, which is the final report to say that we have done all of our work.
Do you know what's going on with Cobb and Gwinnett and why they're going a little slower?
I did see that they have both reported some of their results, but I don't have any inside information as to why they have not reported other stuff. The biggest tranche of votes that exists out there in a single bucket right now still looks to be the advanced voting in DeKalb County. That's the largest single one probably still out there, but we have several counties that have reported only partial election day and nothing else. Places like Bartow, Barrow, places like that along those lines that do not have all those put in yet. So it's going to be, I refer to it as a nickel and dime scratching and clawing over the next several hours as these continue to come in. And there's big tranches of votes for Democrats, and there's lots of little tranches of votes for Republicans, which is kind of what you expect to see. You see large blue sections around the cities and lots of little red sections in the rest of the state. And they all adds up by nickel and dimes. And you know, one of the things I talked about when you walk on the Appalachian Trail is that ounces equal pounds. So when you have small things that start adding together over time, that can even things out. So it's going to be a long night for all the campaigns here. And I would like to note, as a point of interest, that I know everybody's here for the Senate races, but the incumbent Republican, Bubba McDonald, actually has more votes than both of the U.S. senators in his race running for re-election, which I know most people aren't paying attention to, but it's an interesting thing to see as a down-ballot race.
Yeah, do you know how many people voted today?
No, we do not until they get the final results in from all of the counties.
And the votes that they
Yes.
have, the absentee votes, you said that they haven't all been
The
counted?
absentee votes, the ones they had, those have been in. It's the advanced votes we don't have in yet.
The advanced in-person
Yes,
voting?
yes, yes.
Hey, Dave, real quick, with the Bubba McDonald race, so they had about 16,000 more. Does that mean that people just voted for him and voted for Democrat, or did they
Yes.
vote at all?
But what it looks like is that they voted for him and voted for a Democrat, and the Democrat has fewer votes by a chunk more, by about 30 or 40,000, give or take, as it keeps going forward. And I have about 2 more minutes to take questions.
Do you think this is going to go back and forth? Do you think the Democrats, you could see them take the lead, and then the Republicans take the lead?
It could be a seesaw for the rest of the evening, yes.
Any issues you know about that could delay any reporting from here on out?
Not that I'm aware of.
And the vote totals are approaching 3 million now. Did I add that correctly? So far?
The last I looked is getting around to that number, and we had 3 million cast, as we know, in the advanced and the advanced in-person and the mail-in voting already. So we knew that that was the number we were going to have. So that means we have whatever number today is going to be added to that total. So we know we're approaching that total overall.
Plus the absentees that you still have yet to,
They came in today,
tomorrow.
yes. And like I said, we're trying to have our counties at least acknowledge the receipt of them by 1 p.m. tomorrow. That's been a request we've made of the county, so everybody's understanding what the outward bound and what available ballots are. As I mentioned earlier, as of this morning, there's about 17,000 overseas and military ballots still to potentially come in. And remember, those are different from the other ballots in that they can be postmarked today and then accepted by Friday.
So by Friday, it may be the determining vote count, if it's that close.
It could be, yes.
16,000, you said?
17 or 16,000, but we'll update that number either later tonight or tomorrow morning.
Gabe, did you say Friday?
Friday, military and overseas ballots, if they're postmarked today, they can be accepted by Friday.
When do you think you'll be announcing them, Mr. Raffensperger will be announcing the winners?
When we finish counting the votes and certify the results. Thanks, guys. We'll come back in a little while.